Hello everyone and welcome to Ice Scrap. Happy video. It's that time again. I'm going to be doing a room tour. So this is my new craft room. I've moved everything from downstairs in the basement to a room that we had, a spare room that we had upstairs. So I converted that into my craft room and I'm really excited about the way it turned out. It's a bit smaller than my old space downstairs, but I love it anyways. So this is the door with my do not disturb sign so my kitties know when I'm making a video. I'm gonna go ahead and open the door, and this is probably gonna be a two-part video, hopefully 2 parts. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and close the door again. Okay, so that's the door I just came through. And I figure, you know, when I'm watching room tour videos, sometimes I just want to see a panoramic view of what the room looks like, and that's it. Like, I don't really need to see details. So I'm going to do that for, you know, those of you out there who just want to see what the room looks like. You don't really want to get into the details of what's in the drawers. I'm going to share with you what my room looks like. So walking in, that's the door, and I have my cubes all there. This box just has chipboard. Let me get it out of the way. Alright. So that's the first side over there. And I have my Making Memories embellishment centers up on the wall. My TV, my display board, my little art pieces, and my computer desk. That's garbage. My Copics, my 8.5 by 11 paper, the window, my cutting station, and my workstation. This is where I do all my crafting. I have some shelves on the wall, some decorative items. That's the next wall. I have my sewing machine there, my Expedit, and that's the panoramic view of my room. So now I'm going to go ahead and get into details on what's what. So if all you wanted to see was what the room looks like, you can stop here. For those of you who want to see how I organize my thingies, my scrapbook items, stay tuned. Alright, so when I walk in the door, I have my little bulletin board here, and I put my cards. When I'm done with them, I put them on here and I recycle them. You know, as soon as I make more cards, I'll take these ones and put them away, or if they get sold, sell them, package them, send them out. And then I'll make more cards and I'll hang them on here for inspiration and just to keep my room looking colorful. So, and I do put cards that I've gotten here as well, pictures, all that jazz. So that's that. And at the bottom I display things that my cuties bring home from school. So that's one of them. And I have a bunch more that I haven't put up on the door yet. Over here I have, I don't know how many Jetmax cubes, but I did get these in Michael's for those of you who are wondering. And I store mainly my 12 by 12 papers in here, my paper stacks, and I decided to label the spine of them so that, you know, it makes it easier for me to go grab what I want. So Can Company, Halloween and Fall, My Mind's Eye, DCWV. Like, I find my handwriting is horrible, but I can read it. So for me, that's as organized as I need to be. Alright, so in the drawers, I label everything. So for example, down here it says stamps, and I do have some of my stamps in CD cases and I catalog them. So those are some of them. I also have wooden stamps, so like these ones that I pick up in Michael's or online. I store them in these drawers. I have quite a bunch of them, and I won't unmount them. I like them like that. I have more stamps in here, more stamps in there, and let's see. Over here, I have some boxes, CD boxes that I got from IKEA. And these are great for storing little, you know, embellishments and stuff. So in here I keep my little tin of flowers that I pick up in Michael's, and it fits 4. I have 2 boxes here, so that's what those are. This drawer is not labeled, but it has my excess ribbon. I'm obsessed with ribbon. And I have all my glitters in here, and my extra stickles are in here as well. So that's that drawer. More paper. Sorry. Hopefully I'm not making anyone dizzy with this video. Down here it says embellish, and I know this section is filled with my Tim Holtz goodies. At first I kept them into packages, but I started moving them into little containers that I get in my little dollar store. So this one has my sprocket gears and my adornments. I have my game spinners, trinket pins, etc. So I find that this is easier than keeping them in the packages. I need to get some more of the little containers so I can put these in there. But yeah, this is all Tim Holtz goodies here, as well as here. Can you tell I love Tim Holtz? There is so much Timmy stuff in here. So yeah. Yeah, it's time to get some more of those containers because these drawers are packed to the max. Alright. And then the drawer beneath it is also Timmy. It has the on the edge dies and the stamps. The artistry stamps are in here. Okay, moving on. Up here I have more paper, and for the Jetmax cubes I find that these drawers, these ones, are best for storing my Sizzix dies. So I have my originals and my Sizzix Bigs dies in these drawers of my Jetmax cubes because they fit perfectly in there, and I have a whole bunch of them. They get really heavy though. So that's that. Down here I have my sponges. This one doesn't have any tags on it yet. Okay, so this drawer has all my Webster's pages, the sparklers, just embellishments. It's jam-packed with like Webster's pages goodies. So I should label that Webster's pages. In here I have embossing folders, and I did a video on this already. What I do is I cut the packaging down to fit into the drawer, and then I make a sample of the actual embossing folder and add a little file tab to it and stick them in there. So I have a bunch of the Cuddle Bug folders, and I just store them there. This drawer has paint and glue. Yeah, so paint and glue here. Down here I have more paper, my Tim Holtz dies, and it's labeled Tim Holtz. So I know my Timmy dies are there. Alright, moving on. Over here it says 6x6, so I know I have my 6x6 papers in here, and they fit perfectly in these drawers as well. And I decided to label the spines of these as well. So in here I have my glitz paper, my fancy pants, my Bull Bunny, my crepe paper, my basic gray. These are Webster's Pages and Prima, and then K & Company. And moving up, I have some more Bigs dies in here. This one has more 6x6, and I know this is all my Mind's Eye, and I have quite a few of them, so I labeled them so I know which one I'm looking for. It's easier to just drag them out. So that's that. On these two shelves I have my solid cardstock by color. Then I have more paper pads, more paper pads. Over here I have my Cricut stuff. So like the inks and the cords and my gypsy, all that stuff is in here. Brads and eyelets. So this drawer has some, not all of my brads and eyelets, and I have quite a few of them. This drawer goes down pretty far. So yeah, I have a bunch of brads and eyelets. Charms are here. Some of my charms. And beads. So all that stuff I store in here. And moving on, over here, this drawer has my sewing stuff, so like thread, my presser foot, everything for my sewing machine is in here. This drawer has more embellishments. It has my basic gray brads, and I have, for each collection I have one. Yeah, and buttons. My lost and found brads are there. Yeah, this is all brads and stuff. This one has my glimmer mists, my Lindy Stamp Gang, my glues are down there. Things I don't need that often are down there. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys, let me move my trash can out of the way. I store my metal embellishments in here. So like 7 Gypsies, Making Memories. For my tag curler, I have all my metal embellishments in here and in here. So these are all filled with little metal embellishments and stuff like that. Yep, they're all in here. This one says punches. It has my Fiskars punches. These are the only punches I have in the drawers. So those are my Fiskars. Alrighty, I think we're almost up to 10 minutes, but let's finish off this side of the room and then I'll stop the video there. So over here I have, this is on top of the Jetmax cubes, I have my Clip It Up, and it stores embellishments. So it has all my flowers by Recollections. My Prima flowers are here. And then my craft spinners here for my Timmy tools, and I do label them. My Cricut Imagine is there. These are some of my kitties projects that I have to hang on the door again. Over here I have my sentiment stamps from the Dollar Bin in Michael's. I have pens, markers, pencils, a few of my Stampin' Up! Ink pads. In here I have my Pearl-Ex, my emery boards. So those are in here, Pearl-Ex. For making my own glimmer mists. Over here, these are just software CDs and all that stuff. These are just random items. I just throw them in there. I have my embossing powders here by Stampendous. And I have my Timmy Distress Crackle paints here as well. Back there I have my Jelly Roll pens. My TV and PlayStation's there. My Create sign that my friend Gloria made for me. And then, of course, my beautiful, lovely, love them so much, embellishment centers by Making Memories. And I did get these in Michael's about a year and a half ago. They have my ribbons, Prima flowers, buttons, Martha Stewart microbeads, flowers, completed projects, flowers, lace trim from Hobby Lobby, more ribbon, my bling, paper pins, paper clips, push pins, stickles, metallic folk art paint, white flowers, Prima Recollections, and more completed projects. So you've seen this part of my room and how I organize my paper and a few of my embellishments. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm gonna go over the other side of my room. Okay, that's it. Thanks.